All right, then, hello everyone. Welcome to yet another live stream by Hack This Wall. This time we have a pretty interesting topic that we are coming up with, which is GitHub Copilot. And now, historically, we have had multiple sessions around Copilots, live streams. If you might have joined us for an in person edition of a build event or a hackathon. But this one's going to be through a new perspective, more new use cases, new examples, and fresh ideas round to the table. So, without wasting a lot of time, I'll quickly invite Nitya Pandey, who's going to join us to run this workshop. Is also a GitHub Campus expert. So, let me have them over. Hello, hi Nitya, welcome.
Hi, hello. Hi, everybody. Really nice to be here. Thank you so much, Siddharth, for having me. And like he said, I think I've also been a part of one of the co-pilot streams before I was a campus expert. So it feels really nice being on the other side of the stage now. And I think I can like start my screen. Okay, is my screen visible? I think you'll
Sure,
have
let me
to
bring
start
it
it.
up for you. Here you go.
All right.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody. Okay, great. Cool. Hi, everyone. I really hope everyone has been having a great time with this hackathon so far. We're halfway into the month, into the whole virtual build. And like, I see the Discord, and it feels so lively and so nice and so bright. So, it's really nice seeing everybody over here. A little about me. I'm Nitya. I'm a GitHub Campus expert, and of course, I am a certified Yapper. I absolutely love to talk about tons of different things. I am actually a final year student at the University of Lucknow. I'm really excited to be here to talk about Copilot. We are going to start with the basics, and I'll also show you like a fun little thing that I built before this talk actually begun. So yeah, that's that. I really hope everyone's having a great time. I can't really hear or I can't hear or like see anyone that way, but I really hope like the Josh is high. Y'all can like drop something in the chat if y'all are with me so far, or if you're having a great time. I'd really love to like see something. Um, okay, that's that. I can't connect to the chat right now. I guess it requires my YouTube login. Okay, that's a whole different game. We'll do that some other time. Cool. So today's talk is centered all around the GitHub Copilot. If anyone's aware of Copilot, you can like drop it in the chat. I'd love to see. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone might be using it in some capacity or the other, but I would totally love to see what idea do you have about GitHub Copilot and how have you been using it so far? Okay, I don't think okay my chat scene isn't working, so I'll just have to uh wing it, or hope that it's visible in some way. Okay. Uh all right. So today's talk, as said earlier, is going to be all about the GitHub Copilot. The GitHub Copilot is an AI pair programmer, which is kind of installed into VS Code and all other different code editors. You have JetBrains, and like amongst different tools. It's basically an assistant. It's like the name suggests. It's a co-pilot to help you with your coding, to help you program better, code faster, and like do a multitude of things, which we'll get to in a bit. So, what exactly is the GitHub Copilot? This Mona right here looks a little confused. So, as said earlier, GitHub Copilot is an AI pair programmer, basically, like a tool that's going to help you with your autocomplete suggestions, is going to like concise your, is going to help you figure out what piece of code to write next, is going to help you build applications much faster, is going to like convert your comments to code, and a lot of other cool stuff. So the first question that is written here is, how do you code? So this is basically, I think, so for everyone, or for anyone who's been, I think the audience here, for anyone who's been coding since high school, or for everybody who has been building since a long time, I think the brute force way of coding is now like really, really is long gone. I mean, that's not something that we use anymore, or that's not something that we do at all, right? I actually should like activate my chat because I truly feel I'm unable to like see or hear anything, so I'm not getting an idea as to how things are working out. uh there is some problem with like me logging into the chat situation, so I guess that might be a bit of a difficulty. Let's see. Okay. I'm sorry for the delay. I just like really wanted to. Okay, great. Now I can see the chat and everything that's happening. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, for everyone who is here, I mean, Copilot is just there to help you build your projects, to help you code through your entire hackathon. It's so basically, we just have some common myths that we're going to debunk, and everything that Copilot helps you do. So one of the most common things that you see or hear are, I mean, hackathons are just for people. Hackathons are not for newbies. So ideally, kya hai, I think I would love to share like a little story over here. So I think all through the first 2.5, 3 years of my college, I've always, or I don't know, first 2 years of my college, I always felt that participating in a hackathon means that I ought to know a lot. So when I started out, and I started out with, of course, web dev, I always felt ki, okay, I really need to be proficient in a certain set of tech and in a certain number of things before I can actually dive into building cool hackathon projects, or, to like not feel like an imposter at any point in time, right? That was one of the biggest myths I had till I started going to different hackathons, and meeting new people. I was an active part of different communities, and I really saw people, like mentors helping people out, people asking other folks to build different things, like a team collaboration. And of course, the most important thing as an individual is cope, like as an individual is an AI help, is an AI helping tool, right? You can always, of course, ask GPT to like generate things for you, or to like kind of help you build whatever project it is that you're building. But there is nothing quite like an AI tool or some sort of pair programmer that's there in your code editor, helping you or guiding you through whatever it is that you're writing, completing whatever it is that you're writing, and just creating a more creating a faster ecosystem overall. And yeah, so that's one myth that got debunked when I started going out to hackathons. Another myth, of course, and since this hackathon is going on, the best part about this hackathon is, in a lot of ways, is the fact that it's virtual. So you have so many different playgrounds to experiment on. And for a lot of people who are participating, or for a lot of people who are over here in this in this Hackswell community, or who are building projects in this community, like a lot of them might be first timers as well. So yeah, another myth that you people might have heard is you must have built like multiple projects before participating, and that's again something that's obviously a lie, or that's fad, because you have so many tools, so many different ways to help you. Another common question that comes up is, what if you're new to development? So that's where Copilot steps in a lot of different ways. I feel like I'm repeating a particular statement too many times, but I think you'll be able to understand things better once we actually get to vibe coding with Copilot a little bit. So, yeah, let's talk about the features. So, the main features, or like probably some of the coolest things, include converting comments to code. So for example, if you open your code editor, right, and say suppose you just have to create a function, or maybe you just have to like you just want to create the basic logic for, say, like if you're making a web application and you want to write the basic logic for setting up a loader every single time a person clicks on a certain button, all you can do is comment it out, like put a double slash, double backslashes in your VS Code, comment it out, say that okay, you want the loader page to come forward, or the loader to present itself every single time you click on a certain button. And Copilot is actually going to write the entire piece of code for you. It's a little logical where you have to like like everybody who's building over here will understand that in any React or Vue or Angular application, you will have to like write some form of logic to do that. But Copilot can actually convert your entire comment into a piece of code without you having to do that. In a similar fashion, it's going to autofill repetitive code. So I don't know how big the screen is, but here, if you'll see, you've like you've defined constants for seconds, for minutes, for hours, everything. So if you have to do the exact same thing for days, weeks, months, and years, Copilot is actually going to autofill the entire thing. It's going to read that okay, तुम यहाँ पे सिर्फ टाइम को कन्वर्ट करके या डिफरेंट टाइम के कॉन्स्टेंट्स डिफाइन करते जा रहे हो, एंड इट्स गोइंग टू ऑटो कंप्लीट द एंटायर थिंग फॉर यू. दैट्स हाउ इट डज. It's also going to show you alternatives. This is also something that I use a lot. So say suppose you start writing a basic, a brute force, not a brute force, but yeah, start writing a crude JavaScript function, right? And I think that's the fundamental logic that you're working with. In case you wish to convert that into an async await, or you wish to condense the code that you have written, reduce the number of lines, because agar say suppose you have a 200 300 line project, maybe like 5 10 extra lines won't bother, but when you have thousands and thousands of lines of code, right, a couple of extra lines also create a lot of create a lot of bottleneck in a lot of ways, right? So Copilot actually shows you alternatives for different types, for all your functions. So for every piece of code or every line that you're writing, it gives you contextual code suggestions. So again, say suppose taking the loader example, if you have a web page where clicking on a button takes you to a loader, then how is the page going to behave on clicking refresh, or like after you've clicked a certain button in the page, or say there's a form after you've filled out a form, so on so forth, right? Basically आप जो भी logic लिखना चाह रहे हैं या whatever it is that you're kind of trying to build or create in what, in your application, in your project, in whatsoever it is, Copilot can actually provide you with code suggestions pertaining to the particular logic that you've started writing. So say suppose if you're writing in a sync function, it's going to tell you the point, the break points, the points where a wait is going to come, or the constants or the let that you have to define, so on and so forth. And that's how it is. The next thing is multilingual support. Of course, like it supports all sorts of languages, like everything, it's going to work that way. And the last thing is error resolution, which is again like pretty obvious, that if you'll start writing like a particular piece of code, or if you'll start writing a line, or if you'll go forward with a certain kind of logic and that kind of goes a little haywire, Copilot will actually tell you that, hey, okay, you're going wrong, you're doing wrong, you have to like correct this, you have to fix this. And that's all that there is. There are, of course, more features. It helps in rapid prototyping. Whenever you open the repository on GitHub, okay, ऊपर हमेशा लिख के आता है कि I think now they have stopped because Copilot has truly spread so damn much. But like पहले, and I am not too sure अभी भी लिख के आता है कि नहीं, but लिख के आता था कि code say 55% faster with Copilot, or say code 70% faster with Copilot. That's purely because the features that we explored previously, the autocomplete, the functions, the the suggestions and all of those things, that kind of helps in building something much, much, much faster. And that is something I've actually experienced very, very personally. You start writing a piece of code and probably हर वो चीज जो verbose होती है या everything that feels a little too bulky or unnecessary to write like hard code that way, Copilot completes that for you. Of course, it helps you in exploring new tech. There are so many different types of files that Copilot really helps you generate when you're vibe coding something, and maybe you might stumble upon something that you haven't worked with before. So yeah, it helps you in exploring new frameworks, new tools, and of course, bug fixes and optimization. Optimization is perhaps kind of a similar thing that we did. That it's going to condense, it's going to give like alternatives, and yeah, optimize your entire piece of code. So those are the main features of GitHub Copilot. Now talking about leveraging Copilot in hackathons. The first and perhaps the most important thing is, of course, installing Copilot. So I'll just open my VS Code for a bit. I hope I can share this particular. Okay, I'll have to like change my presentation. Okay, just a sec. Okay, if I share my window. Okay. Okay, I've shared my entire screen just so that the VS Code is visible, and we'll stop sharing. So as you can see, I went to extensions over here and I've opened GitHub Copilot chat. This is basic, like if I just go to Copilot, this is for the Copilot chat that's going to come. I've actually like closed the bar over here that shows it to you. But yeah, this is the main Copilot extension. So as you can see, it's an AI peer programming tool that helps you write code faster and smarter, and it's going to adapt to everything that you're writing. I think previously and like really early in the day, Copilot used to just have one particular model, which was the GPT-4o, if I'm not mistaken. And now I think now like of course Copilot has a lot of different models, it has many models. So yeah, that's the cool part. So basically that's the extension that you can use to install the GitHub Copilot in your Visual Studio Code. There was an image attached here as well. It has changed a bit, I guess, but yeah, this is how you can install it. How it works. So there's so there are two ways that you can leverage Copilot in your code editor. Let me just open it once again. Like, okay. Okay. I do not have the chat on, and that's always something that bothers me the most. Uh, But all right, we'll still make it work. We'll use the GitHub Copilot in the agent mode. Chat mode is nothing, but ideally, मैंने अपने VS Code में disable करके रखा है. Just so that like side में it feels little chunky to my eyes. What I use is the inline agent mode. Let me demonstrate that. So I'll just go share my VS Code once again. Okay. Yeah, I think my VS Code is visible right now. So as you can see, जो यहाँ पे basically ये इतने pages दिख रहे हैं, this is something that I just vibe coded using Copilot chat. I just asked Copilot to give me the code for a basic portfolio website. मैंने अभी इसे like just I think 10 minutes before this entire talk started खोल के देखा था कि इसने create क्या किया है, because I literally have zero idea. I just asked GitHub Copilot to give me the code for a portfolio website that includes the following pages. So as you can see, I added files for portfolio. Okay, this is a different one. Anywho, yeah, and it gave me an index.html. It gave me like a projects page and all of those things. And say, suppose if I were to like edit something in this, I can just do Control I And yeah, this is the model. This is the Copilot model that I'm working with right now. It's GPT-5 Mini. I could use any of these. And yeah, say suppose I ask Copilot to, mm, I don't know, add a. Mm, what more do you have in a portfolio? That's pretty interesting. Add a contact page is okay. This is an inline thing, so it doesn't make more sense. Let's try what happens. Add a contact page to the portfolio as well. Let's see if it'll be able to give me the code for it. It's running, it's working. Let's see. Okay, still running, still running. Okay, and as you can see, it gave me an entire section and it's still running, and boom. Okay, that's how it is. I have accepted this page, right? I have accepted everything right now. And let's see. This is modified. Okay, I do have Git added to it. I don't even remember. Okay, let me just commit and let's see how this is going to work. Okay, let me just open this page for you and let's see what exactly happened in here. Okay, so let me just refresh. Yeah, okay. Awesome. I'll share the screen. I'll share the page that it actually created. And boom, see. So as you saw earlier कि पहले portfolio में it had like tons of different things, all of the different pages and stuff, and there is another contact page that has been added. ये पूरा portfolio has been vibe coded, by the way. I haven't written a single line of code. That's probably why my name is wrong and there's थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे झिकझिक और but okay, this entire page, motion, everything, the navigation, projects, all of these things have purely been vibe coded. As you can see, you click on something, it still works, right? And I have completely vibe coded this. I haven't done anything. This is purely a Copilot game. That's how good Copilot is. See, it created like this. इसको भी clean करना पड़ेगा, but okay, it still created something. Get in touch, send a message, contact information, GitHub, let's collaborate, so on and so forth. And that's how cool Copilot is. That's exactly how cool it is. That's all that it was able to build. So yeah, of course, you'll have to enable the extension. And as you can see, this was, I think, one of the first models that was there. I think after that, like now we have a lot of different model varieties. So that's kind of all. You like so creating something. This is again the presentation kind of has an old screenshot of something that I built like long ago using Copilot. So ये तो पहले के use case है कि पहले Copilot can just make clean this up into this, but now as you can see, Copilot actually made an animated page, created a separate page just by writing a simple command, and yeah, it was just that cool. So yeah, that's Mona, the GitHub mascot with GitHub Copilot. And yeah, that was perhaps all on it. Now, by default, you just get access to the mini models of the GitHub Copilot in your chat. Um, so VS Code may whenever you go to enable the Copilot extension, I think right now all you get are access to the mini models, not all the models or the pro models. But using the GitHub Student Developer Pack, so let me just open the GitHub Student Developer Pack official, the website part of it. Yeah. Okay, it's opening. My net is a little wonky right now. Okay, it's still loading. All right. So That's all it is. So this is the GitHub Student Developer Pack. The GitHub Student Developer Pack is nothing but a bunch and tons of uh, a bunch of tools and a bunch of cool things. And they're pro versions created just for students. So as you can see, you get a Copilot course, like how do you use Copilot exactly, and access to Copilot Pro, code spaces, all of these things. You have understanding Markdown, intro to GitHub. You also get GitHub Foundation certification just for free. This is again like one of those things that build your credibility that you're a certified professional. You're kind of credible enough. In GitHub, you know GitHub, you're kind of a pro there, so you get access to all of these free you get access to all of these certifications for free. Tools for open source, technical writing, prompt writing, all of these things. See, it has added a lot more features right now. I think when I had signed up for it previously, I think this must have been 3 years back now, it didn't have as many tools as it does right now. So it's complete all of these tools and all their like pro versions. See, these are the offers that you get exactly. You get free access to Copilot Pro while you're a student. Okay, you get a Namecheap domain. You get DigitalOcean. See, you get $200 in platform credits for a year. You get a name.com as your credits. You get Notion education, like JetBrains, all of these cool things. Now it has Codidex also. Codidex wasn't there when I had started, so this is a nice thing. I'll look into it again. And yeah, you get all of these cool things just through your student email ID or any proof that kind of shows that you're a student. And yeah, you can use this QR to get access to the GitHub Student Developer Pack. It's going to redirect you to the educational benefits, billing and licenses section into your GitHub account. And yeah, you will be able to avail like tons of benefits of the Student Developer Pack as well as Copilot Pro. Just Copilot Pro absolutely for free. And yeah, I guess that was kind of all on my presentation. That was kind of all on this talk. I hope everyone learned something, or I hope everyone had a great time. And yeah, if you have any feedback, suggestions, anything, please drop it in the chat. I'd love to read it, love to go through it. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nitya. I'm sure people who are watching live, if they have any questions, they can always reach out also on Discord in case they do not have right away right now.
Yeah,
You can just reach out to us on GitHub at HTF channel on the Discord server itself. And I know many
sure.
people might not be able to watch it live, but they're gonna watch the recording. So if you're watching the recording, hello, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to us on Discord itself. Well, thank you so much, Nitya, for your time and all the things that you have shared. That website you generated with some crazy new things in it was really good one. Um, I'm sure Nitya will be around on Discord to help you all people as well.
Yeah,
So feel free to reach out to her as well. Do you have
sure.
any ending remarks, Nitya?
I mean, it was like I said, I have actually joined in previously, like back in 2024, like February of 2024, if I'm not wrong, when HTF had another hackathon and multitude of co-pilot sessions. So it feels really surreal being on the other side of it. And I'm really grateful to you and to everybody for having me here. So thank you so much. And yeah, you can always reach out to me on Discord as well. My Discord username is shut.up.nitya. And yeah, thank you so much.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Nitya, and everyone else as well. We are still in the middle of the hackathon. We have more than 2 weeks to go. So don't miss any of these moments. Make sure you're working on your projects, finishing it. If you need any help, we have mentors all around on Discord. You can always reach out to us. We might have some more workshops coming up ahead, so we're going to announce that super soon. But until then, feel free to reach out to us right away on Discord itself. Thank you so much for joining, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Right.